This is Yvonne Sims. In this episode of Strong and Courageous, I'll be featuring Kalii Jackson, a daring young lady who is a creative trailblazer. Now hear from Kalii how she is following her dreams with eyes wide open.
My name is Kalii Jackson, and the adjective that I chose that would describe me would be, I said creative trailblazer. I think when people find out what I'm pursuing, I think they automatically assume that my family lives here and that I'm being supported, completely by someone else when they don't realize that I moved my whole life. I don't find that people my age go after what they want to do or know that they're supposed to do. They kind of distract themselves with different things. A lot of the times it happens to be school or dating, or just people my age just find a lot of distractions that sidetrack them from their purpose and then end up going through life not being able to pursue it because they've wasted their time being around people and doing things that aren't actually helping them. What makes me a creative trailblazer is what I've decided to do with my life. At the age of 19, I decided to move from home, not to go to school, but I decided to move from home to completely pursue my acting. It was January of 2014. I was just over not doing what I was supposed to do with my life, and I spoke to my mom. I said, "Mom, can we plan a dinner? I really want to talk about moving to pursue acting." My mom's always been supportive of my purpose, so it wasn't a problem. I had the idea to move to Wilmington, North Carolina, which at the time was called the Hollywood of the South, or Atlanta, Georgia. I had some acting connections in Atlanta already, but I had more connections in Wilmington. At the time, Wilmington was doing okay, but the film industry was growing rapidly here. I was kind of not feeling Wilmington so much, which I thank God I wasn't, because the film industry has pretty much completely shut down there now. So I decided to move to Atlanta. My mom and I came up with the savings plan. I had a part-time job, so a part-time job at the time I was 18. My goal was to move by May of 2014, so I had 5 months to save the amount I needed and to move. So we went down to Atlanta in March, and I found my apartment, secured my apartment, secured 2 jobs. So I moved here in a few days before my birthday, which was my goal date, and I started completely pursuing my passion and supporting myself. My mom purposely made me very self-sufficient when I was younger. She but she kind of guided me in a way where I knew how to do everything. I have a mom who owns her own business, and as many business owners know, it's way beyond 9 to 5. She works 24/7. When she's not sleeping, she's thinking about her work or her passion. So I had to learn how to do things myself. Not saying that my mom wasn't there, because she was always there for me, but I just learned how to do things by myself. I knew how to live alone. So when I moved, it wasn't hard to live alone. The only things that I really had to learn about was, learning about leases, learning about credit. Other than that, I know how to do laundry, I know how to cook, I know how to grocery shop, I know how to get around the city. I know how to pay bills. It's not as complicated as people make it seem. At some point, everyone's going to have to, start paying their own bills and move in by themselves. So I just happened to do it at a younger age because I know what I want to do. On a daily basis, I have to stay encouraged because I'm here pursuing my acting, but I still have a job. Most people who are pursuing something outside of their job or their job, they don't necessarily love their job, but we put up with it, or we make it enjoyable because we know when we get out we have something more important to do. So I inspire myself. I watch a lot of inspirational messages. I read a lot of inspirational books. My mom has made me someone who writes goals, so I have goals. If you have daily goals or you have goals put in place, you know exactly what you're doing on a daily basis, so you don't get discouraged because you're always progressing. I've always made sure that I'm progressing every day. God can give you a vision, but if you don't step up to the plate it won't be fulfilled. I personally know that, yes, acting will always be my main thing, but I know I'm meant to also own businesses, so I'm actually in the process of, like, writing a business plan for a business idea that I'm going to pursue that I'm really excited about. I couldn't sleep last night because of it. Even if someone wants to start their own business, if you start your own business right now and you end up being able to replace your income and you quit your job, you don't have, what's the worst that can happen? Because you don't have anything else to worry about. And when you have that failure is not an option, mindset, you'll be fine. I don't want to say a backup plan like a plan B, but if you have another way to support your finances, if need be, you'll be okay. Right. I have a full-time job right now. It's something, I'm good at administrative things, but that's not my passion. So what I'm taking from it is just learning the administrative things, because I know I'm going to want to own my own business. So I'm just going to learn what I can from an industry that I'm not necessarily interested in, and just apply it to my future goals, I guess.
Thank you for listening to this episode of Strong and Courageous. I'm your host, Yvonne Sims. To hear more stories of strength and courage, visit my website at YvonneSims.com or my Facebook page at Yvonne Sims. Until next time, beloved, be strong and courageous.